Hello YouTube, this is Mars Gaming. Welcome back to another Conan Exiles Survival Guide. Today we're going over PvP consumables and regular consumables, which foods are good for you and which foods you should avoid entirely. And let's jump straight into it. Most of this stuff is what I've seen when I PvP. Some good, some bad, some average, some stuff that needs to be avoided at all costs, definitely. So let's jump straight into the tier list from high to low. Let's start at low. I didn't bother adding the feral flesh because it is useless. You should never use that in PvP at all. Grilled steaks only give you about 40 HP recovery. I see this every now and again when people try to attack me or some shit. So yeah, just don't use this in PvP ever. Unless you have aloe extracts. I'll get to aloe extracts in a second. But yeah, this is the low tier list. Especially this stuff, the honey jerky and trail jerky. Don't let this dissuade you. These are not roasted hodges anymore. It's just jerky. They only give about 60 HP recovery. Both of them. The honey jerky and trail jerky only give about 60 HP, which roasted hodges give 80, which makes them the best food consumable just out the box. And they pair well with whatever else you add with them. Aloe extract and definitely the herbal tea. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Now the feasts of the religious feasts. These are average, but all definitely low tier. They all pretty much give the same benefit. They give stamina regen, they give 60 healing, and they give food and water, which is not bad for PvP, but you have to, there's so much that goes into crafting them. There's no real purpose in having these specifically. There's so much that goes into crafting them, there's no point in making it all. No point. Especially Mitra and Derketo. They don't offer enough to actually help you in a PvP situation, so I'd never make them. Next in the medium tier list is the aloe soup. Aloe soup only heals for 90, and it's a slow heal to 90. It's not as fast as the 80 from the roasted hodge. So it can still work. It's just not as good as what it once was. So I definitely recommend making something else. You're better off running either aloe extract with roasted hodge if you're going to do something like that. But aloe soup isn't bad, it's just not as good as what it used to be. Now next is the aloe extract, which gives you 120 whopping healing at the amount of health that I have. I'm running about tier 2 and a third of max health, and I'm running tier 3 grit right now. That's what I usually have on average for grit. Health, I'm just making sure it's at that point so I'm not getting any passive recovery, so I don't get the numbers wrong. That was my testing number. So my health has been around 395, 394 exactly. So everything is pretty much accurate when I'm giving you the numbers. Now I can't tell you how anything is past tier 3, because with the passive health regen and the fact that healing increases depending on how much max health you have, I cannot tell you the exact numbers for that, which means you'll probably get way more healing. This is just the average around tier 2 vitality and a little bit above that. Now going back into this, the aloe extract heals you for about 120 HP total. But it's so heavy, I'd recommend not even using it for that reason if you're going to go raiding. For regular PvP, it's fine. If you just need something to heal and you're just focused on that, you definitely take a stack of it. Definitely. 2 stacks if you need it, because it's probably one of the best healing items in game. So it's mid to high tier for healing. High tier always, the roasted hodge. It offers immediate healing, which is really good, especially paired with the aloe extract. Roasted hodge aloe extract it gives you about 200 healing total with my level of health, and on average, roasted hodge gives you about 80 healing. So that's great for a food item. Next, and probably the best food item in game. It's honestly, I like to pair this with my roasted hodge. When I go into battle, I bring my roasted hodge, my herbal tea, which herbal tea is equivalent to the aloe extract amount of healing, and it offers water and stamina regen. I'm going to go into stamina regen in a minute. The Feast of Set, it only gives you 60 HP for healing, but it counts as stamina regen, a higher value of stamina regen compared to the herbal tea, and it counts as a set antidote. So they cost a little bit to make, but they are honestly the cheaper versions of the Feast of Derketo, the Feast of Ymir, the Feast of Yogg, and the Feast of Mitra. They are totally worth it. I would always bring these into battle with me no matter what. I will spend at least any innumerable amount of time making this. You need this in your kit if you're going to be running around into serious raids. I usually carry only about 20 to 30 of these, but they do work, man. They give me a huge amount of stamina regen paired with the herbal tea. They give me enough healing to heal me up with the herbal tea, so I'm getting a little over, I'm getting in between either 180 to 220 healing when I'm at tier 3 or past tier 3 vitality. These are worth it. You get the antidote, you get the healing, you get the stamina recovery, you get your food, and you get your water. So you pretty much get so many stats coming in. Ugh, excuse me. So yeah, these are the top tier list. All this up here is the best possible food items you could use for PvP. Now, moving into my buff items, I usually prefer using Crimson Lotus powder paired with my Golden Lotus. I'm sorry, I was drawing blanks. Golden Lotus gives you like a 50-point heal, but I don't really use it for healing. I just use it for buffs. Now, let's go through the stats that it offers. Like, basic Crimson Lotus is really just alcohol. Like, take 5 of those Crimson Lotuses, you get alcohol poisoning, and you get the vitality and the strength buff. But if you pair that with the Golden Lotus, you get charisma and you get grit to go with that vitality and strength bonus, which is a huge buff. So you get 3 points in the strength, 3 points in the vitality, 3 points in the grit, and charisma. I believe charisma, if I'm correct, increases your stamina regen. So you definitely want to have that. Now let's go into using let me show you the herbal tea and the other buff. Okay, I'm back. I took off my charisma buff, so that didn't influence the testing. So here's my regular stats and grit. So we only have 2 points in the grit because of gear. And our maximum passive stamina regeneration is 44. So at base level, you're most likely only going to get about 4 points into... No, not 4 points, but 7 points into stamina regeneration if you have herbal tea. Because the stats is multiplicative. So it went from 46 to 52, so that's 6 points. 6 points. So now let's go back to tier 3 grit, because that's usually what I run. I usually run tier 3 grit. Look at the stats. So I'm at 89 to 90 stamina regeneration. So that means my points are going to go up pretty much double. They're going to go to 12 or 13 when it comes to stamina regen. Let me go ahead and pop this now and show you. Should be 101. So yeah, it went up about 11 to 12 points. No, it went up 12 points. So yeah, so there's that. Went up 12 points. So yeah, stamina regen and health recovery for just like when you pop food or when you eat something, it's multiplicative. So keep that in mind. Now I'm gonna show you the combination of the two, the Feast of Set and the herbal tea, because those two actually stack because they have 2 separate values. So it jumped up to 125, so that's 36 extra stamina regen when you pop both of those. Now when you're low health, when you're out stem, let me go ahead and just slot it on the bar. Make sure both, okay, you out stem, pop both of those, give yourself some time, it'll just jump all the way back up in no time. So yeah, that's my opinion of the best consumables in game. I hope this helped. I hope you'll come back for more Conan content. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.